My husband is cheating on me with my best friend right after my dad got cancer. You know, Riley, there's never a good time to cheat on someone, but maybe there are actually worse times than others.
Yeah, I would say this is definitely top 3.
Number 3, I don't like you.
I'm honestly not sure where to start, so I guess I'll just start. My husband and I have been dating since I was 19 and he was 22. We've been married for 6 years now. We have 2 kids and I'm 6 months pregnant with our 3rd. I do not like reading that after reading that title. 2 years ago, I found out that my dad has stage 3 colon cancer. My dad is my only parent as my mom passed away when I was 12 years old. He's my favorite human and life without him doesn't seem as colorful. His laugh is contagious and he gives these big bear hugs that seem to make all of your broken pieces feel like they're perfectly in place again. Whew, OP has a way with words, my goodness. Whenever I've had a hard day, he doesn't poke and prod, just lets me vent and listens. About 5 months ago, we discovered the treatments aren't working for him, and in direct quote of the doctor, he said months, not years. Since then, he's gotten progressively worse and is now losing memory. He looked at the dog he got for me on my 21st birthday and said, "Wow, that's a nice dog. Where did you get it?"
Oh.
OP, our hearts go out to you. My husband has been my absolute rock. He has been there for me, holding my hand and helping me through this. He's been so loving and attentive to both my kids and I. Don't get me wrong, I am a mother first and always. I don't allow myself to wallow. My kids are still loved, cared for, played with, and I haven't let my load slack around the house. Once my dad got his updated prognosis, my husband encouraged me to quit my job. About a month later, we discovered we were pregnant again, and I still hadn't let go of my job. I kept holding out for some reason. After finding out I was pregnant again, he ensured me it was still okay to quit my job. That honestly, it would save us a small fortune on daycare costs anyways. So I did it, and I quit my job. That's kind of a scary thing to do with like a 3rd. I guess honestly, maybe after 2, you're like, okay, we kind of know the rodeo. Like, yeah. If you're going to quit with that, then the 3rd new baby isn't as like shocking as I guess like the first or the second.
First or second. Yeah,
right?
Yeah. It's like just throw them in the wagon, you know?
Exactly. Just like everyone, hand-me-downs, you know what I mean? You've already got their clothes.
As you can tell from this conversation, neither of us are the youngest in our birth order. So
I don't know about you. Do you always gravitate to the oldest, like friends and stuff in life?
You and Sam are both the oldest. So
dude, I'm always friends with the oldest. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's because we're smarter and better and good looking and the best overall. So
exactly. My best friend and I have been friends since diapers.
Ooh.
I just remembered the title again. Her family is like my family and vice versa. My mom and her grew up together. We've always been solid, and right after my dad's appointment, when we found out he had so little time left, I drove her straight to her house and she held me while I cried for hours. If there are soulmates in friends form, she was mine. Thick as thieves is what my mom used to say. This morning, as I was up with my 3-year-old, he is sick, my husband's work alarm was going off. He has a few he sets off, so I turned off that one and gently woke him up. He said he was up late working? I don't know, we'll see. So he took the morning off. He rolled over and then he went back to sleep. As I went to turn off the remaining alarms, I saw a text from my friend on his lock screen that said, "I'm assuming since there hasn't been an angry pregnant lady on my doorstep, you haven't told her about us yet."
Dude, out of all the freaking texts you could get, it was that one. It's like you're summoning it into existence.
That was the most negative manifestation humanly imaginable. It could have been like, what about 7 p.m.? You know, which is still like, wait, 7 p.m. for what? But it could be general like, oh, are you guys coming over 7 p.m. next Saturday for family dinner? You know what I mean? If she saw that, she might have totally dropped it. Time froze in that moment. I took his phone and walked away and just read their conversations. Oh no. 4 months this man has been sleeping with my best friend.
Oh. Is that like when they figured out she was pregnant too?
Oh, Riley, that's a great question.
What's the timeline?
I'm 6 months pregnant with our third.
Okay, so 6 months ago she got pregnant.
So that means 2 months after she got pregnant, they started hooking up together.
6 months pregnant. 5 months ago, dad got colon cancer, or like figured out like he can't be helped. And then 4 months ago, she cheated on her.
Wow.
Oh,
4 months, these people have been lying to my face. And I know what you're going to say. You should have seen the warning signs. But I've been clutching this phone in my hand for 2 hours and nothing. He's been so loving and attentive to me, but he always has been. So kind and so gentle. There had been no late night work nights except for once in a blue moon. There has been no lingering touches between them or even glances. They act as they have since the first day I introduced them. How sick is it that she calls him her brother, but she screws him?
Oh,
Yikes, that's some Game of Thrones type stuff right there. Good golly. I know so many people get a moment of clarity in situations like these, but I have none. Aside from being sad about my dad, I haven't changed. I'm still a loving wife and mother. I still doted on him and my children. I talk to him about how he's doing and how was his day every freaking day. I haven't allowed the ground to swallow me whole. I know what I have to do now, but I just don't want to. I'm about to lose my family and my support system in one blow, which is such a big thing that quite honestly, I don't even know that we talk about that much in these stories. And that is like, you know, you have a partner who is supportive in every other way. They break your trust like this, but think about it could be financial support. It could be emotional support. It could be the logistics of like, hey, you know, he picks up the kids from work these days. And like all of those things, like in many relationships, you know, there's at least some back and forth of sharing of responsibilities and finances and like things of these nature. When something like this happens, there's just this like long list of things that if someone does something like cheats on you, like whatever, that all kind of goes away.
and even on the financial part, like she just quit her job too to take care of the
job.
2 kids, her dad, and a third kid.
And let's double check, but could you double check? I think he told her to do that while.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Once my dad got his updated like prognosis, my husband encouraged me to quit my job about a month later. Yeah. So like
Probably at least if it wasn't before, right around the time he was telling her to quit her job.
guess around the same time he was started cheating.
I don't know if you're thinking what I'm thinking. She quits her job. Now, you know, it's hard to get a job, right? You know, it's always a challenge. Now, is he trying to put her in a position where she's like, oh, I want to leave him, but I would be not only going through a divorce, probably expensive, but also trying to find a job while pregnant? Let me just stay.
Yo.
What if that's what he was trying to do? It seems pretty plausible, right?
Yeah. No, it checks out.
Yikes. Well, there is only one way to find out, Riley.
And how's that?
More story. I will confront him tomorrow. Today, I just need this last 24 hours of peace. As for her, I won't give her the satisfaction of a response. I don't care why she did it. She did it, and it's done. I was always the friend who cleaned up her messes. After today, I will cut her out of my life like she never mattered at all. I mean, I kind of can't blame her.
Yeah.
What does the sign say, Riley? What does the sign say, Riley? Divorce. Divorce. Sorry, we're remote. It's hard to sync up our divorce chants, guys. We know you love him. He'll be here soon enough. And the divorce chant doesn't just stand for marriages, also for terrible friendships too. So
Yes.
there you go.
Yes.
This has to be the hardest storm I will ever weather. But damn it, I know I will sail through it. It's not for me. It is for my children. Wow. I kind of inspired by OP, honestly, by all that she's dealing with. She's pregnant right now. She's let go of her job. She probably doesn't have any like serious sources of income. Her father has months with his cancer diagnosis. Her best friend cheated on her. Her husband lied to her. I'm weak.
Dude.
A little bit weak. But we have an update. But before we do, let's break it down a little bit. So basically in the update, we know that she is going to confront her husband in the next 24 hours. I guess the question for everyone watching and for us is like, what should she do? How should she approach this, right?
Approach it. What does she even need,
Yeah.
for the lawyers and everything? Like, she probably needs screenshots of the text messages.
Yeah, that's true. Like if she does, and we're no experts, but I think from kind of what we've seen, like if you have evidence of like infidelity and things like that, it's like, okay, that can go in your favor of being like, okay, getting assets back, getting probably child support because now she doesn't have a job. You know what I'm saying? And she probably wants custody of the kids, specifically the one that is growing inside of her at this very moment.
Not a good season for her right now. And the good thing about this, I mean, not the good thing, but like her tone and like her like, I guess, spirit against this, it doesn't seem like this is like the straw on the camel's back. It seems like she's ready for it. Like she's ready to like fight for her kids. Like that last sentence kind of gave me hope.
She's looking out for her kids' best interest. She's not like, all right, now I'm going to try and see how much I can squeeze out of this MFer in the divorces. She's just like, I just want to take care of my kids. Riley, I think my curiosity is getting the better of me, and I kind of want to see how this goes down. And I kind of want to see the husband crash and burn.
Yeah, 100%.
Small update about everything going on since my kids are now in bed for the night. I spent the morning gathering everything I could and making a checklist. I sat in my office for the better part of the morning telling my husband that I was preparing things for my dad. Not a total lie, I did have to get him sorted with hospice today. So sorry, OP. My boss would be happy to have me back. However, my lawyer said pump the brakes on that idea for the time being. However, my boss did tell me that whenever I'm ready, the door is open and just to give her a call. He does not have access to my inheritance from my father nor my mother. My lawyer ensured me in that. I didn't mention her in the post, but my mother-in-law is an absolute angel. Not always the case in these stories, so that is a positive plot twist. I love and adore her so much, and she's always been a shoulder to lean on. After he had gone to work for the afternoon, I asked my now ex-best friend's mom and my mother-in-law to meet me at my dad's house. Whoa. Put ICU in the comments if you see what's about to go down. My kids were outside playing with my now ex-BFF's older brother. I just handed them the screenshots, saving them from the unsavory pictures and the segs tape, though I did tell them it existed.
Oh, no. No. Oh, not the tape.
Oh my gosh. Also, how dumb do you have to be to have like literal true evidence, like the truest evidence possible of your infidelity? To say they were, oh, my eyes, there we go. To say they were furious was an understatement, and they understood my side completely. Angie, my now ex-BFF's mom, is ready to cut contact with her daughter completely. Whoa. She kept repeating how sorry she was. We hugged and cried together. My mother-in-law told me that she couldn't believe she raised a spineless, terrible human. That no matter what happens, I will always have her, and as far as she's concerned, she doesn't have a son, only a daughter.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Well, one thing I'll say, I mean, Riley, tell the people, how many times have we had scenarios where it's like OP is in a horrible, horrible, unthinkable situation, and then like the mother-in-laws and the mom and like everyone is like not in OP's corner, right?
Yeah. Right here, it shows like she has a support system, which I think is the greatest thing possible for her right now.
And the boss is willing to get her back. The lawyer, like the OP at least has a team. After an in-person meeting with my lawyer, we went over finances, logistics, and everything you could think of. She has all the proof and she is out for blood. With his post now on TikTok, I didn't want him to find out by an app because one look at the story, he would know it's about him. You've been addressed, baby. With permission from my lawyer, my ex-best friend, her mom, dad, and my soon-to-be ex and his parents will be having a get-together tomorrow. By that time, they're sitting down and showing them everything that I know. My dad, my kids, and my ex-best friend's brother. He's coming to help me juggle the kids and my dad. Being big and pregnant does not help with mobility. God, I literally forget that she's literally like so pregnant right now. Oh my God. Relaxing dumps are great.
But dealing with the aftermath, not so much. So give yourself the ultimate clean and turn your bathroom into a personal oasis with the refreshing stream of clean water from a Hello Tushy bidet.
Sam, I actually heard you could have used that recently, right?
Yeah, I had to get a colonoscopy.
The old bum was tender.
So I actually got the Hello Tushy bidet right after. Even if you're using wet wipes, you're just smearing that poo around, introducing nasty chemicals into your butt.
Yeah, washing with the Hello Tushy bidet prevents all of those poo particles from spreading to your hands and everywhere else, frankly.
Also, it's easy. Hello Tushy attaches to your existing toilet, transforming it into your personal sanctuary.
The patented self-cleaning smart spray and buildup resistant design helps to minimize that dirty grime buildup. And it even has antimicrobial knobs, keeps it clean, making your weekly cleaning chore a whole lot easier.
Make your post-dump experience even better with their precision nozzle adjuster. It offers a targeted stream that provides an effective yet gentle clean that is 2 times better than wiping alone.
Every single Hello Tushy bidet comes with a 30-day hassle-free return and a 12-month warranty. Join the over 1 million real pooping humans who have made the switch like us.
Hello Tushy is offering our listeners an exclusive limited time offer. 15% off your first bidet order, plus free shipping. Go to hellotushy.com/OKOP for 15% off all bidets.
That's hellotushy.com and enter promo code OKOP at checkout.
See site for details.
They will be at my dad's cabin for a few hours away, enjoying some time and space. Well deserved. I know a lot of people were hoping for me to get revenge or do psychological warfare, but honestly, after my kids went to bed, I took a shower and just broke. I don't have the strength or energy to dish anything out. I just won out. Pretending like everything was okay today was too exhausting, and I just don't want to do it. Once he finds out tomorrow, I'll update with the aftermath, as I'm sure it will be huge. As for now, thank you so much for your kindness, warmth, and support. Truly, your words have helped, giving me the strength to keep my head above water. I appreciate every single last one of you for everything. Whew, all right, so we got this next update coming up, but
How you feeling? How you feeling?
honestly, I feel like this, correct me if I'm wrong, but this kind of feels like the best possible outcome for the situation that it is, right?
Yeah.
Because you have like, literally she got basically every single person in the family on board with her and like going to do this intervention. It wasn't super clear if OP was also going to be at this like intervention with like everyone and the husband or not. I'm not sure, but
I would assume she would be there.
yeah, I would think so too. And she has like the lawyer set everything up. Like the husband doesn't have access to any of the inheritance. She can get her job back as soon as she wants it, you know, which like probably is good because she probably wants some more time after like going through this insane process, but also probably like as soon as she wants to work can start working again, which I'm sure would be nice.
To me, what's crazy is like the mistress's family that's involved. Like I know that they grew up together, but like her mom stepping in, no contact with the daughter, and then the mistress's brother is stepping in and is like going to help out with the kids and stuff like that.
Yeah, you're
Like,
right.
They're so involved, and like it's just going to be like the husband and the mistress just on an island by themselves versus everyone.
That's crazy. I'll be honest, if I was the best friend's mom, it'd be hard for me to cut my child off,
Yeah,
I think,
but
in all honesty.
But I think like the best friend's mom and OP's mom were like together, so they're basically
they're basically
sisters. Family. Yeah,
They're like sisters, and OP is like her daughter.
yeah.
So yeah, it would be like, yeah, man. But again, I do think that OP has a good setup going, and I'm glad that she has like that support system, the lawyer, the family, everything. And what do you think the husband's?
Dude, he has no freaking clue whatsoever. He's just about to get hit by the biggest truck full of just bricks.
I have a few things I want to get through, so I'll just summarize as best as I can. If you have any questions, I'll answer in the comments. To get this out of the way, because to me it is important. Yesterday, I scheduled a same-day appointment with my OBGYN and got tested for about every STD, STI out there. I got the results for most back, and they were all negative. There's a few that took up to 2 weeks to get the results back for, so I'll be waiting on those. When I met with my lawyer, I brought everything on my end financially wise. And also, bro, if she contracted anything, he's getting nothing in the
Yeah.
she's taken his lunch and his dining room table.
Now I feel better.
We got everything for the lawyer, including the wills from both my dad and my mom, and I managed to get my hands on his financial documents. Oh, wow. He stores it in his office in a locked box. I would wonder if that's like technically if there's any like taking someone's forms without their consent or something. I really don't know.
They're married. They got to have joint accounts or something together.
They don't have to, but they likely do. I also brought over everything we had set up financially for my children. While I'm not totally sure if it's everything, I am pretty confident that I got most of it. My lawyer was happy I managed to get my hands on that much. Mother-in-law even handed over her will to me from both her and ex-friend's dad to ensure that I was taken care of in the divorce. Mother-in-law even handed over her will to me from both her and my ex-friend's dad to ensure I was taken care of in the divorce. My lawyer understands I am wanting a divorce immediately. However, she wants me to make sure she is thorough and isn't missing any key info. So hopefully I'll have actual divorce papers to give to him in about 30 days. I'm not rushing her though. I'm letting the professional do her job. Yeah, that makes sense because I mean, you could at a minimum not be in the same house, you know, and not have to like see them and essentially for all intents and purposes be separated. But the literal divorce, you know, might take a little longer, like 30 days or whatever to get everything in order. Although I understand OP's probably like wanting to just like, I just want it official. I don't want it to be tied to him anymore.
Yeah, but I think it's good because I think she wants the most for her kids. And it seems like
Totally.
she's getting that from her support system.
Yeah.
But she's like, whatever you got to do, let me know. But I do want this over ASAP.
Yeah, it's a harder move, but it's the smart move. I asked my ex-friend's mom and mother-in-law to describe everything in detail on what had happened. My ex-friend's mom, the revenge seeker that she is, forced them to sit through a slideshow she put together of all the texts.
Oh, so she wasn't there.
So she wasn't actually there.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Which honestly is so cool of them because I get it. They're like, you have been through enough. Let us handle this for you. Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow.
And it would be so much to like with everything going on, just sitting there. Like imagine you had to sit through that slideshow of like your significant other cheating on with your best
Dude.
friend.
Yeah, right? Yeah, that would be too much. That would be too much. Oh my God. I know a lot of you were concerned about one of them telling them sooner than later, but they were so secretive, they didn't even tell their significant others about what was happening, which honestly, smart move on that. Yeah, tight-lipped group over here, my God.
Committed to the plot.
Once the slideshow ended, soon-to-be ex tried lunging for my ex-friend, and father-in-law actually had to force him to sit down. Soon-to-be ex was shouting profanities at ex-friend and telling her she will regret this. What are you talking about? Bro,
He's in the denial stage right now.
dude, he is denying so hard right now. Bro, who forced you to put your in her, sir? Ex-friend started crying and begging her parents for forgiveness. Ex-friend's dad looked his daughter in the eyes and told her he will never forgive her for this. Blood or not, she is no daughter of his.
Oh, that's tough.
I'm very curious to hear what you all have to say. Let's talk about it in the comments below. Wow, that is... To hear that from your dad would just be, I mean, she royally effed up. There's no question about it. But yeah, that my guy's going hard. He didn't raise his daughter to be this person. Ex-friend was always a daddy's girl, so I think that cut her pretty deep. Ex-friend is in the middle of a divorce herself, and her parents were giving her money for her lawyer, and they told her that she is cut off from them, both financially and physically.
Okay.
Bro.
Okay. That adds up a little bit more. Like, where was this frustration coming from the dad, you know?
Yeah. Like, hey, we're literally helping you through your divorce right now, and you're over here sleeping with the husband of your best friend, you know, a married man, and what at least OP thought was a happy marriage, you know. Wow. The father-in-law, soon to be ex's dad, was irate. According to mother-in-law, he looked like he was holding back on throttling him. From there, soon to be ex went straight home. I know because we have a Ring doorbell camera along with a few cameras in the house for our kids to keep an eye on them when we aren't right there next to them. Soon-to-be ex came home and saw that most of mine and the kids' stuff was gone, and he lost it. Started yelling and throwing things. The house is now trashed and with a few holes in the wall for decoration. My God. Yeah, I think something was wrong before, he wasn't the 100% picture perfect person. When he didn't find us, he went to my dad's. Oh my God. While I did spend most of the day there, he was at work packing and moving things into my dad's house. We were already at his cabin. Soon-to-be ex took a baseball bat to my dad's door, trying and failing to break it down. Yeah, this guy.
Yikes.
Yeah. This guy's
mental.
deranged. My dad's neighbor actually called the cops on him. Good. And he was arrested. Good. Bro, you messed up and you're trying to break down your father-in-law's door with a baseball bat with, I believe, the kids there. If that's the cabin. Disgusting. Oh, this is great. And his parents refused to bail him out when they arrested him. That's great. That's hilarious. I had an appointment with my therapist today. I've had a therapist for a year now since I was struggling with my dad, and it felt good to just cry it out and let everything out about how I was feeling. It was very helpful, and she gave me a few tools to work through my emotions with this one. I felt very grounded and empowered leaving my session today. I'm also planning on setting up my children with the therapist when we get back from the cabin to figure out the best way to deal with telling them. Very smart, OP, very smart. I know people said I shouldn't, but I will be telling them just in an age-appropriate way. I don't want there to be secrets and lies between us. I've always been as open and honest as I can with them. Again, in the most kid-appropriate way. Just because they're small humans, they're still humans and deserve the truth. I had a handful of comments telling me I should stay and every man cheats.
Oh, come on.
Guys, you don't deserve that. I should work things out because most of our marriage was good. I refuse to believe all men cheat. Hey, good on you, OP. My parents were married for 20 years, and after my mom passed away, my dad never moved on. I watched my dad love my mom for 12 of those years and cherish her. I will not accept anything less than that kind of love. He never cheated, nor did she. While I'm not sure when I'll be ready to move on, falling in love is the absolute last thing on my mind at the moment. I refuse to let soon-to-be ex win and destroy love for me completely. I will move on from this. Ex-friends started blowing up my phone, demanding that I fix the situation and immediately blaming me. It's kind of hilarious that when you were slobbing on my man's knob, you didn't stop to think like, wait a second, what, maybe me cheating with my best friend's husband is the issue. Isn't that crazy, Riley?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
I don't even think I can kind of wrap my head around that. This is like some quantum physics right here.
Dude, math ain't math, and
my lawyer told me to not block texts just in case they spill out any additional info that I was missing. Haha.
So in
got
a
them
way,
lines tapped.
She's saying hook them in for more,
It's literally like a sting operation. She was playing the poor me card very hard. The thing is, though, I never influenced ex-friend's mom and ex-friend's dad to cut contact with their daughter. Oh, so maybe that's where she's lashing out.
So since she's not getting the money, she's like, this is your fault. Okay. So it's not that she lost the lover. It's that she lost her financial support.
Not even, I don't even know I think they did say they cut her out of the will, but also
because ex-best friend is going through a divorce. The parents were giving her money to help out with that.
Right. Yeah. So she's not getting that. Honestly, the way her dad talked to her, no inheritance.
Yeah.
They didn't say it explicitly, but we can
basically
pretty safely assume, I would say. And she's just straight up lost her parents. So she's now blaming OP for all that. That's where, okay, at least that's where this idiocracy is coming from. But she actually started blaming me, oh my God, for stealing the love of her life. What? I introduced them when soon-to-be ex and I started dating, so not sure where that came from, and that soon-to-be ex is only with me for the kids. Honestly, I knew she was just trying to hurt me at that point. Which, haven't you hurt her enough? Has she not been through enough? Oh, I didn't give her the satisfaction of responding though. Between her and soon-to-be ex, I have about 200 missed calls. Soon-to-be ex went from begging and pleading me to forgive him. Like I said, I didn't have divorce papers in hand, so he's stuck in this unknown gray area at the time being. I also asked best friend's mom and mother-in-law to not say anything about the divorce to him yet. Purely just for my satisfaction, honestly. I know it's slightly petty, but keeping him in that gray area of not knowing is my small revenge to him. 2, threatening to call the cops on me for kidnapping. Okay. Telling me that ex-friend wasn't the only one. Bingo, just what I was looking for, which if we go back to our sting operation, that's going to help with everything. To then telling me I'm a stuck-up B, to threatening me, then back to begging me for forgiveness.
What is this insane circle?
Yo, this guy's lost it. Honestly, it was just whiplash reading those texts. I'd be lying in saying if those texts didn't hurt me and terrify me all at once, but I refuse to let them break me. As for both of them together, I don't think that he's gonna stay with her. After all that, dude, after all that. And it seems like the friend is actually like, at least thinks she's in love with this dude. I think he blames her for blowing up our marriage, honestly. Blaming everyone but the exact right people to blame, them freaking selves. Who knows though, they deserve each other. I was initially okay to do a 50-50 split with soon-to-be ex for custody, but after his reaction, I do not feel comfortable with that, so I'll likely be going for full custody. If you bring a baseball bat to anything, anywhere, you are done.
Like if that's the hard situation and that's how you're going to react, like this divorce is going to be horrible, like terrible. It's going to be super hard. Probably the most difficult thing you have ever will go through. And if that's how you handle it at the beginning of it.
My ex-friend's brother has about 30 days of leave that he's saved up, and he's going to be using them to help the kids and I get settled at my dad's house. And honestly, to be there in case soon-to-be ex tries showing up and going crazy again. Wow, dude, brother
Stepping up to the plate.
is the brother and OP
Ooh.
gonna...
Yo. If that were to happen, it feels like a Hallmark kind of movie.
Yeah, right. And to be honest, dude, I mean, taking 30 days of leave off of work to be with them, I mean, but they are like family.
That's like low-key the last person in the situation that I would expect to do that.
Yeah, like you're the lowest, but like yo, you like obviously, wow, what a insanely kind move to do, but totally like not required of you at all.
Yeah, you have no expectations to do this whatsoever.
No expectations, but here he is. I don't know. I'm dropping that theory in there. We'll see.
Hopefully he's a hunk of gorgeousness for her.
Oh yeah.
You know?
I mean, dude, taking off 30 days to help watch the kids, that's pretty sexy, man. I ain't gonna lie. He's been a big help to the kids and I lately, and I'm forever in his debt for this. Last night, after the kids went to bed, he hooked up his Xbox and we played a game called Diablo 4 together to help me take my mind off of things.
What? Dude, that's like a scary game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like a horror game.
Diablo 4, like devil number 4, like the fourth in the series, 4 times the devil. However, he did sort of confess that he's always had feelings for me somewhere in the midst of things.
What?
But also told me not to say or do anything back. He understands a relationship or anything like that isn't in my mind and won't be for a while. He isn't wrong. But that he's just felt this way since we were teenagers and wanted to get it off his chest.
Dude, that is, oh my gosh.
Dude, I mean, he went about it very tactfully, but probably not
in a way,
the best time.
I mean, if she's kind of into him, like right now she's getting like everything's crazy, but once the dust settles for her, she's got like family support, job support, and then another like male role model to help out with the kids if she's interested in them. You know, like everything's good for her. Once everything few years pass, she's good.
I mean, we did read that story where Opie's husband cheated on her, right?
Yeah.
And then that woman, the mistress's husband, and then OP ended up, in consoling each other after, their spouse is cheating.
Yeah.
They ended up falling in love with each other, right?
The intern?
Yeah, the intern. Yeah, that was the intern, right? Yeah. Shout out to Julia on Pretty Much Done podcast. Yes, that was the one. And also shout out to her podcast and go check it out. So this is not as crazy as as that was, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it's still like, I mean, like OP said, and like the ex-friend's brother said, this is a lot for you right now. And like, there's shouldn't be any expectations or pressure. I think he said it in like the nicest way he could. And I understand that he's probably like been holding this in for, I mean, since he was a teenager.
Ages. But
That's kind of crazy.
He could have held it a little longer.
Yeah, just hold it in a little bit longer, buddy. Like she's kind of going through it. So I'll leave this here for now. If anything of importance happens, then I'll go back home and I'll update further. Thank you all. And I hope you have a wonderful evening. Now, we had some questions in the comments that OP responded to from Hobbit Bones. Great username. I'm sure many of us would like to know, have you told your lawyer that you want to go for full custody? And have you saved those messages with your soon-to-be ex said with threats towards you and your children? I'm sure that you have, since you saved screenshots of the first time and you've handled this really well. I would second that. You've done all the right things to gather evidence and protect yourself. I am proud of you, and I really wish the best for you and for your children. Heart. OP. I forwarded everything to her, as well as telling her he was arrested, and she responded with full custody? Question mark. Yo, this lawyer's tight. Like, the lawyer's just like, cool, I'm rocking with her. And I agreed. So thank you truly so much. Heart.
Dude,
What?
ex-BFF got in on this.
Oh my God. Okay. Guys, Riley just pointed this out. This is a response from the ex-friend. Wow. Riley, we've never had
I don't think so.
a response like this ever. I was hoping it wasn't you when I saw this on TikTok, but obviously it's you, Kirsten. I told you to break up with him. I told you Tobias was in love with me. You refused to listen. I told you my husband left me because he was cheating, but it was because Toby told me we could run away together and we could be together. Wow. So Opie's husband was literally like, we could run away together. And the first thing you do after being cheated on is go and cheat with your best friend's husband?
You just go get a backup plan ASAP.
Yeah. Wow. You ruined everything and now you won't speak to me? You need to clean up this mess instead of posting on socials and being a pathetic piece of crap. You're unbelievable. Did you think I wouldn't see this and find out? I hope you miss Carrie.
Okay, that was uncalled for.
So evil. Oh my God. So then Technical Pumpkin 65, also someone in OP's life, oh my God, replied to the ex-best friend. Are you serious, Jade? This is apparently the ex-best friend's name. We're
Name dropping.
We are outside. How about that? Coming here and playing the victim, you disgusting fake human being. Yeah. Not only that, but you expose yourself by telling real names. Now everyone will know it's you and your entourage. You are so jealous and have a huge obsession with Kirsten that you've ruined your life after all the mess you created. It's obvious Toby never loved you and just wanted to use you for his pleaser. There is nothing more easier to manipulate than a jealous freak who has an obsession with him. If he really wanted to run away with you, he would have done it a long time ago, but he lied to your face with one of the biggest excuses ever. I stay for the kids. Ha ha ha. You are a clown here, but not a victim. Even your own parents cut you out of their lives too. You are such a shame as a woman, but also as a human being. You pretend to be a friend and betrayed not only her, but your family and your own husband. Can't wait to hear what will happen to you when more people will know around you. You will finally receive the treatment you deserve, especially after wishing her to lose her baby. Karma will do its job now.
Dude, this has to be the ex-best friend's brother stepping up to the plate. Who else would it be?
Yeah. Oh, that's a good guess. That's a good guess.
I mean, who else would it be ready to fight for?
Now, OP is replying. OP, you told me to break up with him when I was 19 and you were engaged to another man. You never said why. You never said anything about him because if you did, I never would have been married and you would have been cut out sooner. Also, not to put fake names in the post to protect your identities, but if you want to blast yourself to the public, That is your choice and not mine. But there's another update. Hi, everyone. I know a lot of you are still asking for an update. Not much has happened, but here is what has happened. Soon-to-be ex discovered the post and asked me if I was seeking a divorce. I said I was. He apologized for losing his cool, asked if there was any hope for reconciliation. I said no, as you freaking should, OP. We did have a conversation about the kids, and he'll be allowed to see them with supervision, to which he agreed to. I had another meeting with my lawyer. Nothing major of importance happened there. Nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, has happened with the ex-friend's brother. He didn't take back his confession, but as long as I said it's on the back burner for a long while. My kids' health and well-being take priority over all else. My dad's health is on a steady decline. He is now in the hospital with no release date in the immediate future. Please send over thoughts and well wishes his way. My kids are adjusting well. We have a therapy appointment for them scheduled next week to help them. My son has more questions than the rest, but I'm trying to save any big conversation for the therapy appointment, so I know I'm conveying the answers in a meaningful and the least harmful way. Also, my oldest made tryouts for the soccer league.
Yay.
Oh, and the baby is doing just great. She gave birth to a whole freaking baby in the middle of all of this madness.
Dude, what else can't she do?
Bro, what can't OP? You are just, please run for president, please. Things have calmed down a lot. Truly, I feel like I have a better grip on things. I've been putting most of my focus on my dad and kids to help keep busy. Thank you, friends, for the love and the support and checking in. We have one remaining, concluding, finalizing update.
Dude, this is a lot. But like, this is the best divorce I have seen. Like,
Yeah.
very clean
Yeah.
cut. Not very messy. It's only messy on like, you know, the husband and the BFF side. But other than that, like going very well. I mean, other thing, like I hate that her dad's not doing super well, but like
Of the things like that she can control and like do and all that, like all of those things seem to be going very well, specifically because of OP's action, steadfastness, clarity, just her. But Riley,
yeah,
I think we're going to bring this one home, buddy.
bring me home.
Sorry, I called you buddy. We were just talking about this on another episode. Apparently, buddy is patronizing, which totally is
No,
in
John.
many instances.
But listen, the way you say it to me though, I'll accept it. If it was anybody else trying to do that to me, I'd be like, hey, that's for my mans.
Final update. Hello, everyone. I'm still getting daily messages and comments for an update, so here's what could possibly be my final one. My dad passed away about a week after my last update. I knew it was coming, but it still felt like a gut punch. Thank you for everyone who kept him in your thoughts, truly. My marriage has officially ended. Once soon to be ex, I believe that's the fake name that I've assigned to him. Please don't call me out if it's not. It's been a while. Discovered just how serious I was about leaving him, and he became compliant and was willing to give me everything I asked for in the divorce. That is good to hear, because at least like the last thing OP needed was more headaches and drama with, you know, trying to get this divorce done. So my lawyer has opted for a dissolution versus a divorce. Interesting. I don't know if I've heard that before. Have you, Riley?
I don't even know what that is.
Could you look it up real quick?
The closing down of an assembly, partnership, or official body.
I guess it's like a less serious divorce. The process is a lot quicker and it went smoothly. As of right now, I have full custody while he works out his anger management and whatnot with therapy. I'm not sure if I'll ever trust him again with the kids, but I'm also in therapy as well as my kids. I'm not making any decisions at all right now when it comes to that. He gets supervised visits at a facility where there is an army of staff and security, and someone is there at all times. That's once a week, and he does video calls twice a week. The kids are adjusting pretty well. There are days when I think it affects them more, but they've suffered some big losses, so it's to be expected. I did give the baby my dad's first name, though.
Oh,
Wow. That hits in the feels. It just felt right. But baby is doing so very well and is thriving despite the amount of stress I've had going on. I'm managing as best as I can with everything going on. I miss my dad like crazy, and I'm still trying to figure out how to exist in a world where he doesn't. The grief is still so very heavy. I'm still mourning my marriage as well. I don't regret leaving him, but it still hurts deeply. However, I'm picking up the pieces and making my life whole without him. My mother-in-law, well, I guess ex-mother-in-law now? I don't know, it feels weird. And my ex-friend's mom helped me out so much. They've really allowed me to lean on them in these moments, whether it be taking the kids for a little while or cooking dinner for us when I don't have the energy. I am truly so lucky to have them. And finally, to what you have all been waiting to hear about, the ex-friend's brother. Ex-friend's brother is now back in California. He tried extending his leave, but the military said no. Oh, a military man. Okay. It is truly wonderful having him there and helping me. In the first few days after my dad's passing, he picked up so much slack for me that I will truly never be able to repay him for it. He is so patient and kind. That being said, nothing has happened between us, though he did hold me while I broke down after the kids went to bed quite a few times. But that's the extent of it. No kissing or anything like that. He does call me and text me multiple times a day. Right now, I just don't have any room in my life for romance, which, by the way, I just want to call out right now. I feel like this is the textbook of, maybe other than him revealing his feelings so soon. Like people joke on the nice guys. This is the actual nice guy approach where you do have feelings for this woman, but you do the utmost respect. To me, seems on the surface that he is doing these things, not expecting anything in return.
Yeah.
Right? Which I think is like the big differentiator and the big thing here. It's like, all right, if you do things out of kindness and just wanting to purely help this person and not expect, a relationship or anything else back, that's good.
Yeah. I feel like he does love her and he does love the kids, but he's like, he completely understands where everything is. I can help you here. Anything else you need, I'm there for you, but I'm not going to push anything.
I have so much grief, and the weight of being a single mom has been heavy. He hasn't pushed me on it either. He let me know that he meant every word he said and that he's willing to just be my friend until I decide I want more, if I ever decide I want more with him. I wish I could be the girl that jumps in with both feet, but the betrayal from my ex is still fresh, and I'm worried I would burn anything out before it started. So I asked for friends and time to process everything else in my life before I even consider processing a new relationship. He happily agreed. I'm kind of catching some undercurrents of it, reading between the lines, but it seems like OP may have thinks she may have some feelings for him, which kind of makes sense. Oh, and soon to be ex and my ex-friend are not a couple. Most of you were right. He left her high and dry. Though I don't wish misery on anyone, I'd be lying if I didn't say I got the smallest, itsy weetsiest amount of satisfaction that her life went up in smoke. She's been blacklisted from her family. And I know a lot of you have said it's weird that her parents did that. But if you guys knew just how deep my bond went with that family, it wouldn't seem weird at all. My ex-friend's mom is like my surrogate mom. She gave me the safe sex talk, the period talk. She listened to me cry about boys who broke my heart. She held my hand while I delivered my kids. Wow.
To add, her mom died when she was 12.
You're right.
So this is basically
This
her
is
mom.
basically her mom. When she talks about me, she calls me her daughter. She knew my mom for practically her whole life. She held my mom's hand when she delivered me. And if anything had happened to both of my parents, she is who I would have gone to live with. My parents said that in their will. So if all that being said, please just be kind in the comments. I put this off for a few days because of how hostile some people were, and the prospect of being called a liar doesn't sound too appealing at the moment. This is it for now. I probably won't post anything else for a while. I'm still trying to find my footing, and I'm trying to get settled in a new routine before I bring a new baby in the world. I may come back to this, but I may not. Though I do promise I'll update if anything happens with my ex-friend's brother and I. LOL. I know so many of you have become invested. Riley. Wow.
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 Wow. Speechless.
It's truly speechless, honestly. Dang.
Like, it was so bad at the beginning, and now it's really great. I mean, still sucks,
Yeah.
but like
The best outcome possible, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my God, OP just went through absolute hell and back
yeah.
for this story. Just so many things all at the same freaking time. My goodness gracious. Yeah, a little bit speechless on this one, I would say, just because of all the things that happened, all the things that OP had to go through, and all of the things she overcame. Great as it could be, you know, for an insane story. We did land in kind of a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, to a degree. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being in this another solo with me and my boy Riley here. By the way, if you have any stories, we have been loving seeing your stories in r/OKOP show. You can send them in there. You can also call us at 440-508-6567. Send in your stories. We love you. See you on the next one.